They are 100% confirmed husbando material. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best anime boyfriends. For this list, we're looking at the male characters in anime who prove themselves as excellent boyfriends that anyone could fall for. Keep in mind, we'll only be looking at those that actually entered a relationship, not random pieces of eye candy. Number 10. Romeo and Azuka, Boarding School Juliet. While his personality and appearance are vastly removed from the classic Shakespearean character, this particular Romeo is still very much the underdog, governed by his unquestioned love for the girl of his dreams, who in this instance happens to be the star pupil of the neighboring dorm. Despite romance between the black dogs and white cats being strictly forbidden, Inuzuka nonetheless confesses his love to Persia, willing to do whatever it takes to create a world where they can be happy together. He's a goofball through and through, but he won't hesitate to use his monstrous strength to protect his Juliet. Number 9. Takeo Goda, My Love Story. Given his intimidating size and bulk, this gentle giant certainly doesn't look the part when you think shoujo protagonist. And yet, as the old saying goes, you can't judge a book. Since Takeo's big heart and innocent nature are so all-encompassing, it's no wonder he was so easily able to make the equally shy Yamato fall head over heels for him.
Yamato. Kodo.
He's not the smoothest customer and somewhat dense when it comes to women, but his affection and total lack of ego make him a model boyfriend. Number 8. Vegeta, the Dragon Ball series. Okay, so leaving Earth to train to become a Super Saiyan while Bulma took care of his kid was a bit of a dick move, but in all honesty, Vegeta still stands tall as the most dateable among the franchise's cast.
Trunks, Bulma, I do this for you. And yes, even for you, Kakarot.
He became a top-tier husband in Super, and even during his adjustment period as a good guy, he still stepped up when it counted.
You can at least pretend!
Yeah, sure, fine, babies. Beer's here!
What's the alternative? Goku or Yamcha? We'll kindly stick with the Prince of Saiyans, thank you very much. Just something about that Gallic gun we can't get enough of.
That's my
Number 7. Taro Kabakura, Otakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku.
私はただカバクラと同じ趣味を共有したいだけなの。こいつにコスプレさせてえの。
小柳の趣味を否定はしねえ。だが共有が可能かどうかは別問題だろ。俺コスプレは見る線なんすわ。
Hirotaka might be the nerdy poster boy for this office rom-com, but for our buck, there's just no topping the red-haired tsundere, who wasn't only far more likable, but managed to carve out an actual organic relationship with the equally enthralling Hanako.
何？ BL に興味出てきた？
言ってねえよ一言も。
読んでみる？
いや、いいっす。
大丈夫よ。BL って本質は少女漫画だから。あんたさくらちゃんとか好きじゃん。
Much like his co-workers, he's also into the nerd scene, though not as religiously as the rest. His security within himself, combined with how much he not-so-secretly cares for his inner circle, makes him the most unconventional of office hotties.
いつ予約したのよ？
半年前だよ。
Number 6. Kirito, the Sword Art Online series. We're serious, Kirito is not that bad of a boyfriend. Oh, sure. Each new virtual landscape he inhabits seems to bring new and eager waifus out of the woodwork, but there's only been one he's given his heart to.
何してるの？早く逃げて！
銃戦士3人で女の子1人を襲うのはちょっとかっこよくないな。
Ever since their turmoil in the first Sword Art Online MMORPG, Kirito has devoted himself to Asuna, and despite optimal opportunities, hasn't betrayed her trust or love with equally gorgeous NPCs. While we're Team Alice all the way, we doubt that he's gonna suddenly jump ship after going through so much for his player 2. Number 5. Sakuta Azusagawa. Rascal does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Defying all simp conventions, Sakuta may not have come out of this series with a plethora of physical affection from his titular bunny girl, but he sure as hell demonstrated why he's a stand-up guy.
桜島先輩ですよね。
私を先輩と呼ぶってことは 君、峰ヶ原高校の生徒なの?
Not only did he help each of his female friends with various supernatural afflictions, he also moved heaven and earth to ensure Mai's happiness, whether it be screaming out his love to the whole school, or acting as her tether to the public consciousness so her adolescent syndrome wouldn't make her disappear.
いいかお前らよく聞け2年1組の出席番号1番あずさ川作田は3年1組の桜島舞先輩のことが桜島先輩のことが好きだ
The boy has been through a lot, and yet remains undeterred in how much he adores his bunny girl. That, and he's a low-key savage.
作田。
Number 4. Guts. Berserk. You heard right. The Black Swordsman is practically the ideal when it comes to a dark fantasy lover. He's got a tragic backstory that makes every other brooding anti-hero look cheery by comparison. All that sword swinging has left him pretty easy on the eyes, and lest we forget he's willing to take on armies and monsters all by his lonesome to protect those he cherishes. The amount of suffering he endured in order to save his beloved Casca from their cruel fates is twistedly beautiful. And while you may never want to live a day in Guts' world, you can't deny that having someone who would go to hell and back for you has its charms. Number 3. Inuyasha. Inuyasha. Despite being caught in the middle of a love triangle for most of the series, the half-dog demon showed that whoever happened to be the object of his undying love at the time was actually a pretty lucky lady.
Now there's just this fleabag wolf to deal with. Ah! She's hugging him!
For Kikyo, he was willing to do whatever it took to try and free her of Naraku's influence and make amends for their rocky past.
You wouldn't despise me if I used these hands to steal the life from you?
As for Kagome, his infatuation swelled to such an extent that he found peace in himself, giving up his dream of using the Shikon jewel to become a fully fledged demon just to keep the girl out of time by his side. Aw, good doggo.
Kagome.
Inuyasha.
Number 2. Tuxedo Mask, Sailor Moon. Ah yes, the masked vigilante whose fighting prowess is only matched by his swagger.
Who are you?
I am known as Tuxedo Mask.
With a fondness for roses, top hats, and dramatic exits, it's easy to see why Usagi was captivated from the moment she caught sight of Tuxedo Mask in his fabulous cape. Very much Prince Charming with a mischievous twist, the way his romance with Sailor Moon transcends eons and various reincarnations is just delightful.
Well, Sailor Moon, I'll get rid of you and Tuxedo Mask.
What are you saying? What do you mean, Tuxedo Mask? He's not even here!
Yes, I am.
It can't be.
Admit it, you've dreamed of this masked magician whisking you away on more than one occasion.
Sailor Moon! Wake up! Can't you hear me?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Bon, the 7 Deadly Sins. The immortal bandit king who loves nothing more than stirring up trouble, the fox sin of greed is very much the quintessential fantasy bad boy, cocky and charismatic almost to a fault.
Do you think I had you take off too much?
So what sets him apart from the others? He's loyal beyond belief to his darling Elaine. It didn't matter if it meant waiting for years on end, or if she was no longer among the living. Bon's heart belonged solely to the former fairy queen.
I wonder what the two of them are arguing about over there. Yeah, me too.
I'll say this once, Bon. Nobody's better than Elizabeth!
You idiot! Elaine's the best, got it?
While we still feel that Jericho would have made a far better romance for him, you can't knock just how dedicated he remained to his first love.
Don't worry, I'll be sure to kill you too! What a selfish, egotistical woman you are!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.